but she gon' show us where you stash it though, nigga.
If you keep waiting on the version of yourself that brought you here, prepare to always be here. A lot of times we're waiting on inspiration, something monumental, something big to happen for us to finally pivot into the persons or the versions of ourselves that we actually want to show up as. Honestly, I was able to experience the most change, experience a quantum leap, experience becoming a new person by becoming that person. A lot of times we stay in this mental loop, this mind loop that, oh, once I have this, I'll be able to focus on that. Once I have the money, I'll be able to make more money. Once I have whatever the outcome that you're looking for, a lot of times we always base our present circumstance on what we need to have in order to become the version or the persons that we want to be. You have to stop waiting for your life to change in order to become this person. You have to stop waiting for your circumstances to be worse and for you to hit rock bottom for you to actually achieve and start going forth and start doing certain things. With myself, for example, I used to always tell myself, oh, I can't wait until I'm that person that wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning and starts going to the gym. I can't wait until I'm that person that chooses healthier choices, that eats better, that puts out content, that actually has a running hair business. I can't wait until that is my life. And then I had to realize at a certain point, these stories that I keep embedding to myself, these things that I keep replaying are always going to be my existence, and I'm always going to be the person that's waiting for something because that was my current reality. And the reoccurring thoughts that you have in your mind are always going to manifest and perpetuate the truth. It's always going to reflect what you are feeling, what you are experiencing is always going to reflect from the three. Whatever you tell yourself is always going to be the truth. And that is the ultimate truth. However you position your mindset, however you position your goals, if they seem unattainable, if they seem unachievable, if they seem so far out of reach, that is always the perception your mindset is going to have whenever you relate to that thing. Now you're embodying the frequency that it doesn't matter. You're not a YouTuber. You're just starting off. It's going to take as long as YouTube wants. The algorithm's messed up. When you're putting yourself in that mental jail, that mental facility that I can only achieve these based on the facts that I see around me, and you start moving with the motion based on the facts that you're telling yourself, of course it's going to take a longer time for you to achieve your goal. Rather than if you were to tell yourself, yo, right now I have 2 subscribers and I'm so freaking excited to finally get my 5, get my 10. And now you're working with the goal in mind that you have the 10,000 subscribers. So when you have the 10,000 subscribers, how are you going to show up? How are you going to present yourself? You're going to present yourself confident. You're going to present yourself consistent. You're going to present yourself disciplined. You're going to be always ready to show up and show out because the goal that you had in mind was not created as a barrier to the reality that you're living right now. There's no barriers for your reality, so you're able to say, okay, I see what's happening in the 3D, but I'm not choosing to conform to it. I'm not choosing to accept it. I'm not choosing to believe it. I want what I want, and when I want it, it's gonna happen. And yo, there's people that literally come on here, create pages, super consistent, and there's no limit to how much you can post on YouTube. There's no limit. So when you think like, okay, within the next month, I want to hit 10,000 subscribers, you can absolutely do that. You just need to break down how many videos are you going to need to post daily? How many people watch your videos? How are you going to have to pay for ads? Are you going to have to collaborate with people? Are you going to have to be more outside? You have to find what works for you and move with the motion, and you can absolutely achieve it. So when you think about doing, being, having anything that you want, you can absolutely do that. You just have to start with the being. You have to start with who you are to your core. And one thing I always tell myself whenever like I'm struggling with my own consistencies or like I'm struggling with just showing up is the body keeps the score. There's a book, it's an amazing book called The Body Keeps the Score. And throughout life, even from before you were born, there's certain things that have been embedded in you that make you flinch, that make you cry, that make you just uncomfortable, okay? Your body is telling you who you are. So say you posted something, it went viral, and because you're not used to this quick starter fame, you're not used to all these people's eyes on you, you are going to naturally retreat. You're going to fall away. You're going to pull back, right? It's because your body is keeping the score, and this doesn't feel familiar. This newfound fame, these new lookers, it doesn't feel familiar. So your body, just out of safety, out of protection, wants to revert back to the version of you that feels comfortable. So the version of you that you want to become, she's the girl that wakes up early, she's on time for work, she drinks her matcha lattes, she's a gym girl, she eats healthy, has a nice car, has a nice place, has a cute dog, in an amazing relationship. All of these things are absolutely 100% attainable and achievable. You just need to start creating your life as if you're already that person rather than waiting to become that person. So now, instead of saying to yourself, I can't wait until I'm one of those people that wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, when your alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning, you're that girl that wakes up. So you don't hit snooze, you don't silence it, you don't roll over, you don't get cozier in your bed. You literally get up and act as that person. You get up and you move like that person would. And eventually, over time, your body's gonna start keeping a whole new score system where it says, hey, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Before, I used to want to go back to bed, but I'm so used to being this person that gets up, it feels awkward to go back to sleep. Like, it feels weird to go back to bed. Even if I have nothing planned today, your body just naturally adapts to whatever you tell it to do. If you are so used to always taking super hot showers and you don't have any hot water in your house, one day all the hot water is gone. For the week, are you gonna not take a shower for the whole week because you don't have hot water? No, you're gonna start going in, you're gonna dip your toe in some cold water, you're gonna splash your body with the cold water until you take quick showers. Eventually, over the week, you're going to be more and more accustomed to taking these cold showers because your body's keeping the score. And it says, hey, we've done this before. Yeah, at first it was super uncomfortable, super cold. I didn't like it. But hey, this is the circumstance that we have now. This is the life that we have now. And I'm keeping you safe, so we're adapting. This is okay. It's not comfortable. You're probably never going to love taking these cold showers. But eventually, if you had to have these cold showers for a month, for a year, for 2 years, when you finally get back in warm water, it's going to feel so nostalgic that it's going to probably feel uncomfortable. You're probably going to automatically just put the cold on and then be like, hey, I actually can bask in this coldness right now. So understand that when people say certain things like, oh, spend as if you have the money, you're not spending all your rent money, spending all your money as if, oh, I know what's coming back to me. You're spending from a place where I am okay with this money being released. I'm okay with Apple taking their money from my account because I'm able to afford something new. I'm okay with this amount being spent because it's affording me a new freedom. It's the value has to match what it's worth. You know what I mean? But regardless from that, your body is keeping score of everything you're feeling, everything you're telling it. So once you start repeating new things, once you start paying attention, become an observer, become the observer of the things that you're telling yourself. That's how I would start. Immediately, before you do anything, before you change anything, before you shift anything, observe the thoughts that you're telling yourself. Because I used to observe that I'm telling myself, I'm not a morning person. I want to be a morning person, but I'm not a morning person. I want to be a gym girl, but I'm not a gym girl. I want to be a healthy eater, but I'm not a healthy eater. I want all these things that I wanted, and I would just constantly knock myself down because I was basing my information off of past experiences, off of past data. You have the ability, the capability to become a new person every single day. Every single moment, your life is changing. From this moment to this moment to this moment, as soon as you make a decision in your mind that this is who you are now, that's as quick as the version of you starts becoming. Your cells in your body, every 7 days, it gets cleaned out and changed over. So literally, you are a whole new person with completely different makeup every 7 days. Within that time, once you start putting these new habits in place, these new things in place, before you know it, you're going to be the person that you've always wanted to be. Before you know it, you're waking up at 5 a.m. before the alarm. Before you know it, you're eating, you're creating healthier choices, you're doing healthier things, you're doing more things that are beneficial to the version of you that you want to be in alignment with. That's as simple as that. Do things that are in alignment with the version of you that you want to become, and I promise you, you'll be able to become that person quicker than you could think. This time that you tell yourself between this is what I have and this is what I want to be, it's all dependent on one decision. And the one decision is the decision you have to make to become this person. So the space between what you are and what you want is the time you're telling yourself it's going to take for you to get there. And I wish I understood this when I was in my 20s. I wish I understood this when I was in my teens, because I used to always create this future version of me, this, oh, I can't wait until I'm an adult and I can just pay my own bills. And you know what I mean? Like, I just can't wait to have my own autonomy and my own free will, and just to do what I want and to eat how I want and live how I wanted, until I became an adult. And I recognized I was still saying these same things. So it's like, girl, eventually you have to wake up and realize that right now you're the adult. Right now you are the person. Yeah, you might aspire and have desires to want to be bigger, you are better than you are, faster, smarter, quicker than you are. But until you start implementing those things that are actually going to create the change within you, you're always going to be wishing and wanting to be that person. So the person that brought you here, you have to be comfortable to be this person forever. If you keep showing up as the version of you that you are right now, you have to be prepared to always be this version of yourself. Okay? Create examples of who do I want to be. Like, I look at older ladies that are graceful, that are beautiful, that are effortless, that are stunning, that are classic. And I'll say, that is the type of woman that I want to be in my wisdom, when I have more grace. This is the person that I want to be in alignment with. This is the person that I want people to think of when they think about me, or vice versa. They'll be like, hey, you have such an energy, a charm like so-and-so. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Whereas before, I wouldn't be able to accept a compliment. I wouldn't be able to do certain things because the version of me before didn't believe it. So I just want to come on here and make this quick video, and just to remind you that if you keep showing up as the version of yourself that brought you here, prepare to always be that version of yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now. The person that is laying on the couch, the person that is scrolling through, the person that's couch rotten, the person that has no drive, no motivation, but has all the want, all the fire in their body. Eventually that fire is going to burn out, and you're just going to be who you are because that's who you are. But change who you are today, change who you are tomorrow, create a plan and take notice of the version of yourself that you are right now, and start moving, pick up. Right now we're slacking off, babes. You need to stand up. You need to pick up, okay? I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.
Every day she wake up with a different color makeup, and I promise he could take her to the movie in the mall. Chilling with the liquor on the floor, fourth quarter for a minute on the clock. Black mama with the ball. Paparazzi looking at him, popping up and take a picture. Probably on the internet blog. In a minute he gon' be admitting that he love her on his mother. Man, he wanna meet her mother by tomorrow.